It's Mom and Pop Video Shop.
Hello and welcome back, or for the first time, to Mom and Pop Video Shop. I am Joel.
And I am Tyson.
Yes, he is. And we are here with your retro movie
Shit,
review.
I'm phone call, sorry.
Nope.
Just kidding.
Retro movie review. And for this week, we are doing, wait for it.
I'm excited. I don't know. Joel's surprised.
Yeah, actually, that's what he does know. He's lying.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did let this out of the back. Toy soldiers, we all fall down.
Please stop.
Yeah, man.
All right, so Toy Soldiers, and as you can see, John Hancock of one Keith Coogan, aka Snuffy, from the movie. So I rewatched this very recently, like within the last week, with my kids. They hadn't seen it before. I love this movie, dude.
How did you explain the phone sex?
I didn't.
scene?
I just told him, I was like, kids, before the internet,
Well, here's the thing.
let's just say teenage boys left to their own devices found other ways to amuse themselves.
Oh, gross. I don't want to hear about that.
Yeah. So anyway, Toy Soldiers, 1990, directed by, I want to make sure, Daniel Petrie Jr. I thought he was a junior.
Really? That's what you thought?
It stars Wil Wheaton.
Wil Wheaton?
Keith Coogan, as we've established. Of course, Sean Astin is the actual lead protagonist, but also, and to me, he should be on the cover, the great, late Louis Gossett Jr.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. So when we recorded our Iron Eagle review, it was literally like a few weeks later that he passed away, so we didn't have I put it in the description.
And we're recording this, like, what, maybe 2 weeks after?
Within a couple weeks after. So I am very grateful that I got to meet him. I already talked in the Iron Eagle review about that. So, but yeah, Louis Gossett Jr. is in this, and he always makes, even things that are already cool and good, it's just like next level to me. It's every time. He's always something, he makes it better. So this movie is Die Hard meets Red Dawn in a boarding school.
That might be the best description of a movie you've ever done.
Thank you.
Don't encourage him.
Oh, Andrew Divoff, by the way, the Djinn and Wishmaster.
Yes.
He was in Lost. He was actually in Graveyard Shift, the giant rat, killer rat movie. He has a small part in that. So he's the bad guy.
For the longest time, I always got him mixed up in this movie with Josh Brolin.
I could see that. Actually, now that you say that, there's a similar vibe. Oh, and by the way, proving my love of this movie. Got it on VHS too, of course.
Not as sexy as you think it is.
So it is one of my favorites from the 90s, especially that early 90s time period. Sean Astin, I was such a dork as a kid that for whatever reason, guys like Sean Astin and Michael J. Fox, in my mind, were cool.
Because you're a nerd.
Like, I wanted to basically get arrested and get sent to a boarding school.
So you could be one of the rejects?
Yes, man. These guys are like badass.
I'm a nerd too.
Toy Soldiers is, like I said, I feel like I almost don't even need to read off the back of the Laserdisc, but I will very quickly. When an exclusive boarding school is taken hostage by South American terrorists, the rebellious students risk their lives in a desperate, deadly campaign to stop them. The Regis School, better known as the Rejects School, is where America's most powerful families send their wayward sons after they've been kicked out of the better prep schools. But faced with certain death at the hands of the terrorists, the toughest of the troublemakers surprise the dean, played by Louis Gossett Jr., with a brilliant and daring plan to save their classmates. Led by Sean Astin, Wil Wheaton, and Keith Coogan, the Rejects show their true colors, using both brains and brawn in a fatal race. That's weird. To defuse the terrorist explosives. Wouldn't that imply if it's a fatal race that they don't make it and everyone dies?
I think that
in a life or death race, but calling it a fatal race?
This movie's stupid.
No, that line was dumb. I don't think anybody thought that through. Packed with ingenuity, emotion, and suspense, Toy Soldiers is a gutsy, thrill-a-minute, go-for-it action movie, says Pat Collins from WWOR-TV. And that's the thing, you would think that when that's the only blurb they could get, like there's no Siskel and Ebert on it, there's no any of that, it's probably not a good movie because that's usually what those guys. And I think at the time, I don't think it had a great critical response. And there might be a modicum of C&D, cinematic nostalgia disorder, for those that don't know, involved in this movie. I don't care.
Agree.
Did you see I agree?
Yeah, I agree with you. I have it too.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I also don't care.
And I don't care. But having rewatched it recently, the thing about C&D is your higher brain can detach and acknowledge, like, okay, I see why a lot of people probably would like this. I don't care. I love it. this movie is pretty dang good. Like it's like good on another. Like the writing is sharp. The way the characters, the things that they do. There's a few things where you're like
action, the suspense.
Yes, it's very.
Suspense.
I don't want to give it away, but there's a scene where a character has to, if they do a count of all the boys, and if there's not 92 boys there as hostages, they're going to start killing people. They're going to kill them 5 at a time every 15 minutes till they can get the person back. So to make it so no one escapes. Well, one of the characters has to get away. They plan this whole thing out, and he can't get back in time for the head count. And they're doing it. And it was interesting because it gives an insight into Andrew Divoff's character because he keeps on count them again, because I don't think he wants to kill kids, but he will because he has his reasons.
Because they're assholes.
So, Toy Soldiers, 5-taper. Duh.
100%
to quote Peter.
A 5-taper for me.
Yes. If you've never seen it.
Pots and pans. What's pots and pans?
Oh, yeah. He goes, pots.
You know, pots.
Pans. Bing. If you know, then you know.
You rolled your eyes. It doesn't count if you roll your eyes.
So, Toy Soldiers, let us know what you think in the comments
Speaking
below.
of holes, does anybody have a sister we can call? I love my sister, and so can you for $20.
Again, if you know, you know.
You roll your eyes a lot.
Toy Soldiers, let us know in the comments below. Have you seen it? What do you think? All that good stuff. I feel like we could say don't spoil, but I mean, it doesn't end darkly, though it does end in a way that's somewhat surprising. There is one particular twist that as a kid I didn't see coming that shocked me.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Sucks.
So, it does suck, and I would say don't give that away, because that would suck. But everything else, feel free.
Oh, thank you, Master. Thank you.
And until you come on back to the shop, remember, at Mom and Pop's, our love of...
Stand by me.
Oh. Absolutely never stops.
Mom and Pop's Video Shop.